Hey Space Watchers, and welcome back from Bremen. It is the final day of the ESA Ministerial Conference here, and I have the great pleasure now to talk to the Executive Director of the Portugal Space Agency, Hugo Costa. Hugo, how are you doing today?
Hi Torsten, very good. It has been a very good couple of days here, so we are very happy today.
So I understand that it was the most successful, most interesting ESA Ministerial for you, for Portugal, ever, with the highest contribution. So before we talk about that, I would like to talk about this wonderful announcement from this morning. Can you allude to our audience what it was and why is that so important for Portugal?
Sure. So today we had the signature of the fact that the space rider will land in Azores, and this ministry will help us also to support financially all the activities that will be needed in Azores. And Portugal has been committed to space rider for a long time, so this is the fulfillment of that commitment. Also shows the importance for our government about this mission, because this is not just about the space rider and supporting ESA and this mission, but it's also what is going to be built around Azores that will all the infrastructure that will be needed for space rider that will also be used for other initiatives. So we want to also to benefit from this Atlantic position that Portugal has, and Azores is a great location for landing the space rider. Many other space vehicles and capsules that will perhaps land around Azores. So now this subscription also to support the space rider will allow us to have all of this infrastructure for the future, and Azores will continue to play a very important role in the space sector.
Fantastic. Just for our audience, in summer this year, the Atlantic Spaceport Alliance, I think was the name, was established, came out of the stealth mode and really made a big step forward to bring the Azores, Santa Maria Island in that case, back into the geopolitical framework, I think.
Yeah, so you mentioned the Atlantic Spaceport Consortium. So indeed, they submitted to get a license to build a spaceport. It was awarded this license in September. So they are now moving ahead on their goals to build a spaceport in Azores, in Santa Maria. And again, this also goes in line with the subscription space rider, also in our launch component. Portugal is also betting or investing in the launcher component in this ministerial. And therefore, this will also support all of this ecosystem to launch and land in Azores.
Okay. That's fantastic development. Let's come back to Bremen here and the subscription. Can you allude a bit on where the subscription go, what was important for Portugal to grow, and what this growth fostered?
Sure. If you think about the Portugal Space Agency was started in 2019, so we are 6 years old. And in 19 we had a ministry where Portugal put around 100 million. So 6 years later, the Portuguese government is now committed and doubled the investment from 6 years ago. We are now above the 200 million euros investment at ESA. And this shows also
That's for the 3-year period
exactly.
we're talking about. Okay.
So this is a very important commitment from our government. This time, during our preparation for the ministerial, the government made sure, and also with the contribution of the Portuguese Space Agency, that would bring new actors from the government into the subscription at ESA. For example, we have several ministries to contribute to the ESA investment. We have, for the first time as well, defense investing in the programs, because one of the main programs is ERS. Portugal is strong committed. As you know, Portugal has been in the strategy of reinforce Earth observation. The RRF funds have contributed a lot to our increase on Earth observation, also in monitoring the Atlantic, making use of EDS. So this ERS program will also continue to do these developments within Portugal.
Help me, sure. Portugal also together with Spain is working on the
Atlantic constellation.
Atlantic constellation. Will that be part and also of ERS, or is that this kind of not in-kind contribution, but
no,
it's...
The Atlantic constellation is being developed within the RFF funds, and so here would be a continuation to look for the future with ERIS.
I see.
So this is a very strong component. Also on the launcher side, it's we continue this investment from the past, and of course space safety.
Yeah.
So, and we are also investing a lot in science. Protex is one of the programs that we have increasing since the very beginning in our participation. It's a great program, and it's a program for science. We also want, one of the four aspects of our subscription is also to reinforce science. Our government is very committed to reinforce the scientific community, and therefore the Protex program is very good for us.
Can you give us an idea before we have a look into the numbers that will, I think, will be released on Monday? What is the percentage of the 200 million contribution to the various programs? So what are the top three? You mentioned ERS, science.
Well, both on the scientific, the sciences will be the main one, and then with a strong contribution on Earth observation. On Earth observation, we combine ERS and also the normal Earth observation programs. Earth observation.
But these are now two programs.
Yeah, I'm combining both because on our component, ERS has a strong component of Earth observation. So Earth observation and science will be the main ones in investment.
When you're back on Monday in the office, so what are the top priorities? What will you execute here from Bremen?
So it was a big job of all of the Portugal Space Agency team, together with our government and a lot with the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, to reach this level. And now we are moving ahead, and from Monday on we'll have to put all of these new subscriptions into practice. So we'll have to detail on our implementation plan, how we will move forward. For example, in the Space Rider, the launch will be late 27, 28. So we need to be ready.
Preparing the runway.
So we need to be very fast on this. We'll have also on Earth observation to continue to have our teams working on it, the companies working on this. And science, with this investment in science, we know that all the scientific community will be looking into this, and of course we have to make sure that they will be able to access the funds and put forward our strategy.
Ooh, thank you very much for your time, and have some remaining good time here in Bremen. I'm looking forward to see you in the next event. And with that, SpaceWatch out.